I'm still working my survival
Where's
playthrough,
that?
Don't worry about it.
Dick.
and I decided to do some fooling around, I guess. Um, I have discovered that once you get all of the armor upgrades on your rig, the game gets to be a lot easier because you're no longer really worried about things one-shotting you. And at that point in time, you have enough somatic gel for just about anything. Tungsten is relatively free. My weapons haven't really changed very much from my normal playthrough, except as before, the best circuits that I have for upgrades are +1/+1s. But anyway, the little thing that I wanted to test out here is I've already constructed the probe gun, and it's currently in the bank. And I have just my normal weapons here, and I decided to find out if I can actually continue without having the gun in my inventory, or if I have to actually grab it. And it appears that Jennifer will just kind of sit there and read her papers and look around, which I guess is fine. One of the reasons why I'm really hesitant about the upcoming fight is because, man, I still think that probe gun is a piece of crap. You will find, as you do multiple playthroughs with the same save file, if you tool around this area, you will always continue to make probe guns, and you may end up with several in your inventory. The one that you need for the quest is the heavy standard probe gun, as opposed to the depleted probe gun. If you have any of those, then that just means that you were fooling around and doing stuff, which is fine.
Wow. This looks pretty lethal for science equipment. So what do I do with it?
The research says the scientists took their readings internally. So, I guess we have to pry open the specimen's belly?
Well, that would explain the harpoon guns.
Oh, good.
So this fight sucks. Everyone knows this fight sucks. Mostly because little guys are relentless. I believe this is the first time you're introduced to the extra desiccated ones, the necromorphs that have that look all dark and brownish and stuff. I'm sure they have some official name. But
Isaac, you'll need to ride the cage out to the opening. Norton, can you help us?
Wow, gotta be kidding me.
I'll save it. I'll go inside. I just need you to lower me down.
Yeah, whatever. Get in the cage.
But this fight can be really nasty because they come from all around. The key, actually, to having a not so bad time with this fight is the cage, actually. If you have paid attention to most of my gameplay videos,
So Santos, how will this work exactly?
in
Use the
combat,
gun sensor
I tend to be
attachment
pretty
locate
much
the nerve cluster,
a coward.
which is pinned when you're close.
And then what?
Shoot a probe into it, I suppose.
I'm more than
My
happy to
telemetry
run
will
away
light up
from
and we'll have the location of the
monsters,
machine.
hide,
Finally, something simple, right?
use the geometry and the
Right.
environment to my advantage. For the most part, I feel like that's an okay thing because there is a huge limitation, and these crates aren't here like they normally are. There's a huge limitation in the abilities that you have as far as realism. There's options that you don't get, and I feel like the way that you have to make up for it is with good strategy.
All right. I guess I just aim the probe and follow the pig. Doesn't sound too hard.
So what I've done for these fights is first I find where the little eyeball that I need to shoot is. And once I know where it is, then I look to see where the cage is. I shoot the eyeball, and then I run like a little girl.
Santos, it's moving!
Don't worry, it's quite dead.
You sure about that?
And like this, it's basically that philosophy I have of always being able to control where the monsters are. Now you're seeing why I hate the probe gun.
Are you all right?
This thing's got one hell of a defense mechanism. Well, did it work?
No, the signal is just a trickle. I can't get a fix on any specific location.
All right. I'm gonna find another nerve cluster.
Yes, good idea. That should boost the signal.
And, I mean, it's just basically a repeat. Always make sure that you know where you are in relationship to the cage.
Not again. All right.
I think this is the one where
Come
it
on.
psychs you out.
Come and get me.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Look, I want to get out of here. How's the signal?
Definitely stronger, but
One more?
one more.
And then there's just one thing you need to be on the lookout for this last one. Is that after you go through this fight,
It worked! It worked!
what
I
once
got
it
the fix on the machine's
registers that the
location.
fight is done,
Not now!
and that everything's dead, and that you're inside the cage, it will automatically shut the cage door. And so you have to be ready and able to get out the moment that happens. Otherwise, if you don't, you lose out on a lot of these things. So there, the fight's over.
Santos,
You know,
please
so
tell
you
me
have
got
to
what you needed.
be ready to step
Yes,
out.
thank you.
Because like
It
there,
will
I
take
would have
me a
missed
moment
out
to
on
sift
some
through the data.
tungsten.
Fine. I'm gonna head back to the cage.
You know, and a little bit of scrap and some other things. But you never know what you will pick
Ready
up.
when you are, Norton!
And again, the instant you step inside, it'll send you up. I have done a playthrough in messing with this,
Phantos,
And
we have a
if
fix
you
on
stay
the
in the
machine?
cage,
Yes.
the door will shut
There
on
are
you.
thousands of signals, all concentrated far below the planet's surface.
So
That has to be it. There's an entrance further up the mountain
I
beneath the
won't
second dig
spoil
site.
what's about to
Further up the
happen
mountains,
for
there's
those
sheer
of you who
cliffs.
haven't
Well,
seen
I
it
saw
yet.
some climbing
So I'll
gear
go ahead and
still
stop it
below.
now. But I hope that
Santos and I will
that
start heading up the base of the cliff.
overview of the cage fight helps
Can you
anyone
make
who might have been
sure
having
Isaac
problems
gets out
with it.
safely?
Sure. Sure, I'll take care.